What's up, T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with a new behind the scenes tea video. In shocking news, BRYNN WHITFIELD sat down and did an interview with Rolling Stone magazine where she details her side of the story on what happened during the epic Real Housewives of New York season 15 finale. I am stunned that this heifer had the nerves to sit down and do this, and that the article came out the next day after the season finale episode aired. Like, this was so planned. Wow, this is insanity. I have not read this. I'm reading it for the first time as I bring the tea to you guys, but I am only going to read the necessary stuff that we all want to know about. So let's get into what BRYNN had to say. So the interviewer says, in a vulnerable moment this season on camera with your brother, you also shared that you have been sexually assaulted and continue to grapple with that. Was that challenging to discuss on camera? BRYNN responds, one of the first calls I had with producers about this season was them saying, we'd really like to get some scenes of you dating. And I was like, can I just be honest with you guys? This is where I'm really at, and this is what I'm going through. So I filmed with my brother, and I shared about my sexual assault and the connection between that and why I'm kind of dodging dating and why I make jokes about only dating billionaires. Last season, I didn't intend on sharing all the ish that happened in my childhood, but I did. And it helped a lot in ways that years and years of therapy couldn't. It was really cathartic. So this season, I thought sharing was going to help me feel better. But with my childhood stuff, I've had so many years to heal and deal. So it was a little bit different from sharing something that I'm currently going through versus something that I've had a lot of time to process. The interviewer says, how much do you pay attention to what people say about you online? I wish I could say I don't pay attention to any of it. I go through phases. It hurts and it's frustrating because people don't know the full story. You're only seeing 42 minutes of something that's edited. It's so tempting to explain yourself and provide more context because they're making a very serious judgment about you. If you're not careful, you could get sucked into it, but then you exercise the mute button on social media. At the end of the day, I am a stranger and you're seeing like 10% of the real me. Then the interviewer says, when the cast went to Puerto Rico, Uba made a comment about maybe you had schmecks with someone to get on the show. Why did this cut deep for you? I have worked so hard my entire life. I put myself through college. I never had mommy or daddy to give me a job or even help me write a resume. I lived on friends' couches. I cried in the bathrooms of PR agencies. I learned how to negotiate and work my way up, and I worked my arse off. I feel like it's hurtful as a woman to have my whole career attempted to be diminished and wrongfully equated to something having to do with schmecks. That's just crazy to me and offensive. As a woman, I think we can do better than that. If you have a problem with someone, that's fine, but suggesting something that's pretty disgusting doesn't settle well with me. I used my brain. I didn't have to do anything else. Women don't have to lie, cheat, steal, or F in order to get to the top. She is really taking this and running with it. What was it like for you to watch the final episode after living through it? You lived through it, which is one thing, and then to watch it back, you have to relive it. Time goes by too, so if there has been a reconciliation or if there has been any sort of growth, you then watch it back and you're revisiting it all over again. Initially, you told the other women that you confided in Uba how you'd been sexually assaulted and were upset she made that comment about you, knowing about your past experience. Then later that night, you told the women maybe Uba didn't clock it because you had been hysterical about other things, including a friend's unaliving by schmuicide. When you told her, can you clarify what happened from your perspective? It's not right to assume that everyone remembers everything that you say all the time and then hold them accountable for that. I know for a fact that I said it, but when someone's screaming into the phone, the other person might not necessarily hear them. At that point, she was problem solving and being a great friend, saying, okay, do you need me to get a car to come and get you? as I'm rambling on. Just because you say things doesn't necessarily mean people hear them. You can't sit here and say that everyone I've ever told every single thing to is going to remember it perfectly. I know what I said, and I know that I did say it. I went through a laundry list of things in that conversation. I was hysterical, and I was like, why does this keep happening to me? Why do bad things happen to me? I remember I texted my brother afterwards. I was like, oh my God, I told Uba. And he was like, it's fine. You can trust her. I did trust Uba with that after what she's been through herself. And she always was a really, really good friend to me. At that point, I haven't even told any of the other girls. Now, see, this is where I have a problem with this, because BRYNN said that she called Uba hysterical about her friend passing away. And she says that during that hysterical call that she mentioned she'd been raped, right? Now, this took place right before BravoCon 2023. BravoCon 2023 was held from November 3rd to November 5th in Las Vegas. Keep that in mind. November 3rd to November 5th, 2023, where she alleges that she told Uba that she'd been raped, right? Filming for The Real Housewives of New York City season 15 began filming in March of 2024 and concluded in June 2024. So BRYNN said in this article that she sat down with producers before the season began, and they told her that they wanted to see her dating. And she told them, this is the reason why I don't want to be filmed dating, because I'm dealing with, struggling with being raped at some point in my life. And that's when she decided to have the conversation about her being raped with her brother on camera. Now, if you remember when they filmed that scene, it looked like it was still springtime. She had on a coat and everything. Leaves were still on the ground from winter. And this is what she said to her brother during that scene.
You're the only person I told. I think, yeah, you're the only person I told. And I don't trust anyone anymore.
I mean, we've had many conversations about this.
Let me play that for you one more time in case you didn't hear what she said.
You're the only person I told. I think, yeah, you're the only person I told. And I don't trust anyone anymore.
I mean, we've had many conversations about this.
Now, she clearly said to her brother, you're the only person that I've told this because I don't trust anyone. But in this article, she says that after she told Uba, she texted her brother saying, oh my God, I told Uba. And he was like, it's fine. You can trust her. If she had in fact told Uba, when she said in this scene to her brother, you're the only person that I've ever told about this, naturally, he would have been like, no, remember you told Uba. Brother didn't say that. And even out of her own mouth, she said she had not told anybody, because this scene was filmed months after BravoCon. So this girl is lying once again. This is what happens when you lie so much that you can't keep up with your lies, and you be talking so much that you forget what you say. You lied on her. You never told that girl that. And you're sitting up here in this Rolling Stone article like blatantly saying, I know I told her. I know I told her. She probably just didn't hear it because I was her girl. You told your brother you hadn't told anybody because you don't trust anybody. This girl is a pathological liar. But let's continue with the lies in this article. The interviewer says, you left Puerto Rico earlier than the rest of the cast after the incident with Uba. How did you feel watching the scene in the finale with the rest of the women discussing how they thought you manipulated them? That night before, I was chased down the hallway, and then producers shut the door and told me to wait a while. Then Uba and Jessel went to a hotel. They brought in a security guard to stay at the house with us, and that was at 2 a.m. I texted a producer and was like, I want to leave. Put me on the next flight. I'm out. This feels like Jerry Springer show. This has gone too far. Oh, really? This is my life, and these are serious traumatic subjects that are turning into she said fodder. I don't understand why I'm not being met with grace. Let's just have a conversation, not effing scream and just like FUB, FU. So I requested to leave. I feel so safe with everyone at the production company and at Bravo, and I felt safe with how they handled sharing my sexual assault story in Central Park with my brother. It was never my intention to share it with the girls, and then that transpired, but I felt so weird that night. I remember they were taking off my microphone, and I was like, how do I talk to these people now that they know this thing about me? You see how she's trying to paint it like she is the victim in this. If Uber did chase you down the hallway, she had every right because you lied on her. Like, it's not clicking in this girl's brain that what she did was not okay. Like, you need to be happy she didn't slap the dog crap out of you. She is crazy. Then she says, I was so irritated when I saw what they were saying about me because they're like, she's psycho, she looks like she's fine, and she left. No, I was mortified. In the moment, I'm very much like everything's fine and I can make a joke or distract from something. But I was like, just get me out of here. I don't feel comfortable anymore. And I feel like everyone's looking at me differently. I wasn't like, oh, I'm cool with everything. Everything's normal and I'm just going to leave. I requested to leave. I requested to be put on the first flight out. No, honey, that's how you felt. You knew that everybody was looking at you weird and crazy because you lied. And your behavior is very insane, psychotic behavior. Then the interviewer says, what happened after Puerto Rico? I came home and saw 2 days later, they're all dancing at a concert and stuff. And I'm in bed crying on Zoom with my therapist. You should have been. You should have been. Unfortunately, I've had way too many scenarios in my life where I didn't have the luxury of feeling my feelings, or I didn't have the luxury of being able to process something. It was like, suck it up and you move on. If I even dip my toe into the ocean of my despair, I will get sucked in. I think people need to be honest, deal with their emotions and their feelings, and get therapy, get help, and be in support groups, all of which I've done. But I just don't have the luxury of going there all the time. I process things later when I get to a safe place and remove myself from a situation. Directly after Puerto Rico, I wish that someone would have asked me, hey, let's calmly sit down and listen to what you have to say. That would have felt really nice. I think to have that. I didn't get that in Puerto Rico. I certainly didn't get it afterwards. More so, it's been like I'm the bad guy. Ma'am, you are. Girl, you talking about something you done did all this therapy and group chats and group therapy and group counseling. It ain't worked, my love. You need a refund. You need to go hit your head on a rock or something because it is not working. This lady is delusional. The interviewer says, where do you stand with everyone today? I did feel better after the reunion to clear the air on these things. The reunion felt like going to a workout. You don't really want to go work out and might even not enjoy some parts of it while you're doing it, but you know afterwards you're going to feel better for it. Wow. No pain, no gain. It was like, I want to hear where you're coming from. Can you listen to where I'm coming from? And can we at least not have this massive void between us? After the reunion, I personally felt like, are we in a position where everything is fixed and perfect? No, not remotely, but at least we're now maybe, hopefully at step 1. I can't. I'm always cool with Jenna and Raquel. Erin feels like a sister. I was just texting with her and her husband Abe the other day. I feel like I'm fine with them. I think Sai and I still have stuff to work on. I miss my friendship with Sai a lot. And then with Jessel, I didn't realize, but I should have realized I said something that upset her. Duh. So I need to work on my friendship with Jessel. With Uba, I think what's done is done. Uba's a great person. She has a heart of gold. I think she loses her temper, but she has the most beautiful heart. And at the end of the day, I know I'm also a good person. So I feel like we will get back. What? So I feel like we'll get back, but it takes time to repair. Ma'am, ain't no repairing that, my love. You're done. And Jenna already said on Watch What Happens Live that nobody is talking to you. Now, Erin probably is talking to you because Erin is a fake ass bitch. And she probably lying to everybody. No, I'm not talking to her. No. And 9 times out of 10, she is. But the other ladies have already said that they're not talking to you. And based on what I saw on Watch What Happens Live, Andy looked like he's freaked out by your behavior and that it wasn't okay and that it was demonic and demented and dark. I don't think that you'll be asked back, my love. And if you are asked back, I'm boycotting because what you did was downright despicable. Despicable. And the fact that this delusional asshole in this damn article painting herself like she's the victim and thinking that everything is just going to be rainbow and sunshines after everything that you have done and said. You lied on Jessel's marriage, causing problems in that lady's marriage. You're weird. Yeah, she gotta go. She gotta go. She need help. She really needs help. I don't even feel comfortable going in on her because it's obvious that she is mentally unstable. She's mentally unstable and she continues to lie and perpetuate this alter reality that she lives in. And it's psychotic. It really honestly is. But yeah, girl, you got caught in a whole nother lie. You got caught in a lie. You never told that girl none of that. Because why would you tell Uber that? Why would you feel so comfortable telling Uber about that, but you didn't feel comfortable even bringing it up to the other girls? What happened to you, allegedly. That's what you said. You had no intentions on bringing this up to the other girls. But you felt comfortable telling Uber? Girl, get out of here. Please. Stop. Oh, Lord. Y'all let me know what y'all think about all of this. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know when my videos drop. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.